try to give you my best advice. I think I'm a solid person. I'm committed to the job I do. You know, we're going to have a new chief. There's no doubt in my mind. In 2 weeks or so, we're going to vote a new chief. And what I bring to that chief and commit to him is to help whoever it is. My job is to help this tribe. My job is to help move this tribe forward. Someone asked the other night, well, what's going to be your first thing you do? First thing I'm going to do is walk down the hall based on whoever the winner is on the chief's election. They have priorities. I have priorities. How do we mesh those together? How do we get an agenda that's going to help in the next 60, 90, 120 days to move and set those things in progress? You know, some of the things that certainly are near and dear to me that I want to work on in the next 4 years. Solid Care is in dire needs of expansion. Solid Care Center has got to be basically relocated to a larger campus to where it can be expanded. I think some of the things we could put into that is an adult daycare. And certainly the memory unit, unfortunately, is going to have to expand. Our dialysis center, again, an unfortunate happenstance for tribal members, has got to be, it could be co-located, but it's got to be expanded. The equipment's old, and they do a wonderful job of what they have to work with. Also, I'm committed to implementing the full gamut of behavioral health and mental health programs, near and dear to my heart. One of the issues that's brought to me is we need expanded child care, which means we've got to build new child care centers. That's a limit on some of the single parents, some of the employment issues we have, those things that we want. I appreciate your time tonight, and I would appreciate your vote September 3rd. Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to thank Yellowhill for inviting us up here, and I appreciate that and giving the opportunity to come up here and be with you. I think the vice chief's been reading things I've been putting in the paper there because I'm just kidding. But that's some of the things that I definitely want for our people is to expand our solid care center. And one of my ideas is moving it up to the old hospital, that the dialysis center, to make sure there's a lot of issues that happen down there. That way they'd be right there at the front door of the hospital and go in there. I don't think that we need to put a drug place or a rehab place right there at the hospital. We got sick people in there. We don't need to have them walking around out there bothering the sick people. Once we move them up there, then we can definitely look at putting something like that down for the old solid care center. One of the things that I've mentioned about for our people is having an elder daycare. A lot of times our people take care of the elders and they need a break also. They need a place to go and leave for a day while they go and do their rears. That's an issue that we need to address. Education, that's one of the things. I put out there my platform the things that we want to do and our vision for the tribe. That's trying to help them, all enrolled members do whatever they need to do to make their lives better. That's what we want to do when we get in the office there, and within the first 90 days, then we're going to be taking those steps to do that. One of the first things that I feel like that we need to do as a tribe is not only the executive office, but tribal council and all the employees is signing an ethics thing saying that they're going to provide the best service that they can to each and every enrolled member. They shouldn't treat our enrolled members bad when they come to see them. They come there for help. They don't need to be talked down to. They need to be making sure that we're providing the best service that we can. People answering the phones, they need to answer their phones. And that's one of the issues that I hear. We don't have anybody that's answering the phone. It's always an answering issue. But that's some of the things that I want to do as your principal chief. And I humbly ask for your support come September the 3rd. I ask for your prayers. me and my family, as we go through this, we've got 2.5 weeks left. So, and like Missy said, over half of our enrolled members didn't come out and vote during the primary. So get the people out, pray about it, pray for whoever that God tells you who's the right person to vote for, and I'll accept that. I'm not a sore loser. If I get beat, then so be it. If I win, I hope that I have your respect and your support moving forward. But my door will always be open for you to come in and talk to me about issues. I appreciate your time and thank you for your attention. God bless each and every one of you.
My platform is building sustainable communities. We need to have a clear and concise budget. One of the things that, in my research, when I was looking at this past budget session, there are over 112 type of programs, and it's scattered all over the place. My hope is to work with the finance department, which I've already have met with Corey and Kim, to allow them to know what my goals are with my platform and organizing that budget. We need to consolidate the housing programs. There's 3 of them out there. We need to consolidate them and tighten them up to shore that up. And one thing that I'm telling people out there is that if I'm principal chief, my salary will be $60,000 a year, so that will show up another $127,000 from the current principal chief's salary. I don't need any benefits. I don't need retirement. I'm asking to be your public servant. And I honor that. I was raised that way. And so in the last couple of weeks, I've been going and meeting with Casey Cooper. The hospital budget is $53 million. We have a lot of sick people, folks. We need to increase that budget up to at least $150, if not $200 million. The mission, St. Joseph, did they not open up a couple of clinics just on donations only? We can do that, folks, here. Another thing that I'm looking at is broadening our economy. We need jobs. We need jobs for our people. We need to tap into our own resources. We have so much talent here. We need to start training our people that are anywhere from 21 to 30 years old that we feel only has a high school diploma, simply because that's all they needed to get their big per cap. Some of them might have gotten maybe a semester, maybe a couple of credit hours in college, but we have a generation that needs to go to work, and that is your 21 to 30-year-olds. They are struggling just to make it because there are no jobs here. That is another thing, jobs. How do we create jobs? I'm proposing a regional MRF station. If we tap on Asheville right now and pick up their trash, we could increase some employees. These are things that I want us to do. Start thinking out of the box. Let's start thinking out of the realm of what we have here. There's a big old world outside of this small boundary. And we've got to make sure that as a people, we come together to build those sustainable communities together, because you know what? We all have someone in our family that is suffering from addiction. We all have someone in our family that suffers from diabetes. We have someone in our family that is hurting. So I want us to come together and work together, and it's good sustainable communities. Thanks. He was right.
Thank you.